not?
Hey, yo, first thing first, bro. What is that? Bro, they did my boy dirty, bro. That's his statue? Y'all serious about that? They didn't get a professional to do it. They got an intern to do it. They didn't even craft it from a picture away. They just said, hey, however you think he's supposed to look. This is crazy, bro. And I know this is a boxing channel, but I just had to talk about this, bro, because the Miami Heat is my team. Dwyane Wade was one of my favorite players, bro, and y'all do my dog dirty, bro. Look at Kobe's statue, bro. Look at Kobe's statue. Look at MJ's statue, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look at Magic Johnson's statue, bro. And you mean to tell me that y'all couldn't do D-Wade's statue better than that? But hey, it's just a statue. I mean, even Shaq's statue is, well, it'll look kind of crazy too, I ain't gonna even lie. But it still looks more like him than Dwyane Wade's statue looks like him. But anyway, man, let's get to it. So it seems like the IBF has scheduled their next fight. This is what Michael Benson has tweeted. The IBF have announced scheduled purse bids for Martin Bakole versus Agit Caballero on Tuesday, November the 5th. The fight ordered as a final eliminator to determine the next mandatory challenger for Daniel Dubois' IBF heavyweight world title. Now, I know what some of y'all are probably saying, bro, who is Agit Caballero? And listen, if I'm not pronouncing his name right, then it is what it is.
Well, God, you cold-blooded.
But he's apparently a heavyweight who's also up there in the rankings. Nobody is ranked number 1 or number 2 under the IBF, but somebody else ranked number 3 and 4, and that's Martin Bakole and Agit Caballero. So it's only logical that they want to do a final eliminator between these two guys. But me, honestly, I wanted to see Martin versus Zhilei Zhang. That's what I really wanted to see. Let's see who comes out on top when it's that African power versus that Chinese power.
Chinese power, Chinese power, Chinese power.
But hey, maybe that fight will happen on down the line. I guess they want to just get the elimination out the way first, and then we'll see what's going to happen if this fight really do take place, and then they find out who the winner is. So I guess we'll just have to wait to see, right? But I'm definitely looking forward to it. People are already counting out this guy, Caballero. Listen, you guys have to understand something. This guy is undefeated. This guy is on a 4-fight knockout win streak, and he's also the one who recently knocked out Frank Sanchez. Yes, Frank Sanchez, the Cuban heavyweight who was already established, and he was undefeated himself. That's who Caballero just knocked out, back in May actually. Then Bakole, he's on a 3-fight knockout win streak, and guess what? He's not undefeated. He got 1 loss. So me, I wouldn't look over this guy Caballero. You gotta give this man a chance. He just may be the main one who come out there and give Bakole a hard time. But hey, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Moving right along. Now, once again, there have been talks about Canelo Alvarez fighting ChrisEubank Jr. Now, if you guys remember, we covered this a couple months ago before we found out that he was actually going to be fighting Berlanga. But before Berlanga, everybody was saying it's possible that he's going to be fighting ChrisEubank Jr. So, Michael Benson posted this again on his Twitter. Canelo Alvarez versus ChrisEubank Jr. preliminary talks have now restarted for the fight to potentially happen next, Ben Shalom has revealed. We've already started small conversations around the Canelo fight. If he's ever going to fight in the UK, that's the fight, and that fight will sell out Wembley Stadium. Listen, now a lot of people calling out Canelo Alvarez when it comes to this fight. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really don't want to see him fight ChrisEubank Jr. I just don't want to see Canelo fight a guy who got knocked out by a guy that Canelo also beat.
And like I say, everybody asking for everything.
I mean, but that's just me though. A lot of people call me out, say I'm being stupid. That's not how boxing works. I'm just telling you what I don't want to see. But all in all, ChrisEubank is a solid opponent for Canelo Alvarez. I'm going to say it again. ChrisEubank Jr. is a solid fighter for Canelo Alvarez. He's not a cherry pick. He is a solid fighter. You can't say, well, he already got a loss. Well, Canelo got 2 losses. So what? You can't look at ChrisEubank Jr. as a cherry pick. And I get it, he ain't never been a real champ. I mean, that is, unless you want to count the IBO. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. They don't count that as one of the major organizations. And that's understandable. But he's definitely not a cherry pick. He has fought some tough competition. He also lost to Liam Smith. It was a TKO. But guess what? He came back and avenged that TKO. That's right. He came back and he got a TKO victory over Liam Smith. So, I mean, he's a tough opponent. He has had tough opponents. And he's somebody who can definitely come out and give Canelo a solid fight. But you guys do have to remember, they said this is preliminary talks. So that doesn't mean that he's actually going to be fighting him. They just starting the preliminary talks. I mean, they could actually have some disagreements down the road. And the fight may not even happen. So we just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And I'll try to monitor this situation closely so I can have accurate updates. Holla at your boy.